Hello, everybody. This is Burrbit. It's Burrbit again. I don't know if you sent me a game, but I know your name. You always say like funny stuff. So cool. Thanks. Thanks for this game, and I will be doing another player rewind series. So, anyways, I don't know how many videos I can put up daily or anything like that. I know, when in the summer I put up, a bunch of videos a day, but that's because like I have nothing to do, and now be surrounded in college with everybody with like so many things to do.
Racquetball.
Racquetball. Me and Dre love racquetball. So I don't know if we will have too much time, but we will strive to put up at least one a day. Let's go for one a day.
One a day. That's a lot.
That's a lot. I need to get an Ethernet first because I don't have an Ethernet to play a wired at night, and wireless sucks here. So
you've been dropping points like crazy.
Yeah, guys. I have lost a lot of points. So because I just constantly try without the wireless. And so let's check this out. And Wombo Combo actually recommending me to friends. Recommend me or refer me, or however you can say it. But anyways, we do see from Burrbit a 9 pylon. Good. Although it seems a little bit late. And Wombo, you love to type out laugh. You write LOL, or
So.
And we look like DamogZ. That's why he wants you to. Ooh, thanks, man. I don't know why I'm just saying. Oops.
Whoops.
Anyways, let's see what the Zerg player is doing. Zerg player looks like he's going to be scouting with the 12th drone. He's going to be throwing down a 14 pool is my guess, and a 13 extractor. I'm calling it right now. That's such a standard build for Zerg. We do see, 12 gate for Protoss player. Also very standard build. Against PvZ, you can go really crazy builds. Like, if the Protoss doesn't scout early, like right now, if you went for the 6 pool, it would be just devastating. Game would be, and I am wrong. He went for 13 pool and 12 extractor. Now, very odd. I don't recommend this build just because, like, these build orders are like, they're perfected. Okay, they may not be perfect in themselves, but they're really reliable. So when you do go for the earlier spawning pool, unless you really want to get up your queen and some zerglings, or go for larva, or go for lair, you really could just save some time and mine a little bit more, get up another drone, get some more economy. Because Zerg, as always, you have to remember to add 50 minerals to every building, because every building does indeed cost a drone, and a drone is 50 minerals, so you can't get that 50 back. So unlike Protoss, where you might have Protoss, you could have like pylon 100 minerals, yeah, sure, and then you get that 100 minerals right back, and you don't spend that probe. Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't spend that probe to build the building, but whereas Zerg will use their actual drone to produce the building. Anyways, we see a cybernetics, and cybernetics up kind of early. Probe production is cut, so if you're doing this, a push better be coming really soon, and Geyser needs to come up too, because if you're going for cybernetics, any tier 2 units will cost a lot of gas, so you definitely need 2 geysers up. And only 1 geyser, you're not going to be able to support. You can build like 1 stalker and then warp gate, and then you're screwed for the next one. So you definitely, and this is kind of dumb. I don't know what this is for. You just kind of want to leave 1 zergling here and 1 zergling here, and now just block the choke. This leaves many holes open. We do see a queen and roach warren, so it looks like an early push. So maybe I do understand why the early spawning pool was up, because you do need it to build the roach warren. Now let's check it out. Roach warren. So here's roach warren. Roach warren, if you want to go for an early push, it could be very devastating against Protoss, because Protoss, even if there are stalkers, stalkers can get destroyed very easily by roaches, especially because production for Zerg player is so much higher than Protoss player at the beginning. And we do see 5 roaches indeed coming up, and what is this? He is highlighting them all to right outside the Protoss player choke, and the Protoss player is just getting up the 2nd and 3rd gateway. So if these roaches come out and move up right here, I imagine by the time they're here, the gateway will have just finished. Warp gate is not finished, so it looks like maybe we'll have 2 or 3 stalkers. So it looks like this push actually could do a lot of damage, and these 2 zerglings are just getting a little head start. 5 roaches, any more roaches being produced, he's not gonna have enough gas to keep it up. And the Protoss player gets a view of this, so he actually did get to see the roach warren. He does see the roach warren, and let's see how he prepares for this. Indeed, he chrono boosts out his second stalker. Now he's not going to be able to stop this well enough because here comes the roaches. They're coming like right now. Expansion's coming up. Very, very smart by DamogZ. What you do want to do is every time you send out an attack force, you want to expand, because when you attack, the other player can't harass you. He's got to spend all his units defending his base. So by the time when you attack and you know he has a larger army than you, just be back and forth. Keep harassing him. Just make sure he can't leave his base, and then you defend up your expansion, and that's how you secure an economic lead in this game. He needs to target the pylon. Very, very smart. No. Walk and hit. Some of these roaches aren't even attacking, so he's going to lose one roach there. Oh, no, he doesn't. He needs to move that roach back. He needs to kite it. And warp gate coming up. And we do see a lot of units being lost, and stalkers now can be warped in very, very easily by the Protoss player. So now this is very, very bad for the Zerg player. Zerg player didn't go for the early roaches, didn't go. Oh, what is he doing? There's two pylons. He's not going to be able to stop this. He actually should have gone straight for that one single stalker, because any unit by itself is going to get destroyed if it's not in bulk. So naturally, you do want to just single units out and just and attack them. So that was a mistake by DamogZ. He also didn't focus fire. He could have taken this one out and then this one out if he just focus fire his two roaches here. This one would have died easily, and this one wouldn't have killed this one. So these two are still alive, and then kill this one. I mean, it's all about hitting the weak ones and all about target firing. Meanwhile, you do see what I was talking about, because right now, even though that Burrbit has a larger army, he did get up expansion. He throws up 2 spine crawlers and he's safe. Look at all his Zerglings. All he needs is 2 spine crawlers. If he doesn't throw them up, that's his loss. That'd be a big mistake. But any player like this, if you do expand, you attack, and then you don't really need any defenses if you're attacking them. But once you know that the army is larger than yours, you need to throw up a few defenses, and you get the economic advantage. There's nothing about you're not really losing anything, because though you spend some resources on defenses, you have 8 more mineral blocks to get so much more money and a huge economic lead. And right now the units are dodging each other. If these Zerglings move in right now, they could wreak havoc on this base. We do see Stargate going down, and there is nothing in this base. If he goes for the pylon, go for the pylon. He needs to go for the pylon or the probes or the nexus. Actually, all 3 are good, and he's going for the probes. Very, very good. Normally when you go for the probes, the player would just pull the probes straight off, like right now. So then what you do is you focus down the nexus, and then their money is gone. I mean, they got no more economic lead. And he needs to move all his Zerglings together, because even though he lost his base, he needs to hold this off, and he can win this game. He just gave away all those Zerglings. Zerglings by itself suck. You need to use them in bulk, and if he can hold his attack off, he can win this game. But it looks like Burrbit might actually be able to just walk in and destroy this base. Looks like DamogZ is not really doing anything. He's building roaches. Nope, all Zerglings. Zerglings don't do jack against stalkers and stuff, unless you have like the ratio of 5 to 1. And it looks like Burrbit has no economy. If we look at units, 2 probes hidden somewhere. I don't even know where. And it looks like this will probably be it for. Maybe it's going to be a base race, but honestly, base race always come down to who has a larger army, and there's a probe now. If DamogZ can snipe this probe, he might be able to just take out every building. But what Burrbit can do is just pull all of these units back and just win. Because in a base race, base race simply just means that both players don't engage their armies straight head on, and what they do is they avoid each other and just attack each other's base. And then because the premise of this game is you win if your opponent leaves, or if your opponent's buildings are all destroyed, they go and destroy every building. But normally other players just start hiding their buildings, and whoever has more buildings or more buildings left at the end will win. But it also matters because the army size of each player, because if, for example, it is a base race like right now, you see Damog going for all of the buildings of Burrbit, and Burrbit going for DamogZ bases. What happens is, if Burrbit has a larger army, which he does right now, then he can just come back and protect his base, and there's nothing that Burrbit can do, and he can just easily clean this game up. Now, we do see 5 more roaches, and do we see a base? We see 2 more bases thrown down. Looks like DamogZ, I'm calling DamogZ winner of this game, because if you look right now, Burrbit has nothing, and he has 3 stalkers left. He actually threw away a lot of his units right here, targeting that extractor. These 5 roaches will be able to take down these stalkers. All he has to do is actually just like hide them on the creep, and they move extremely fast, so he can walk and hit. Save these 3 drones and just start mining, and looks like DamogZ can easily win this game. Burrbit made the mistake. 2 things he could have done. One thing he could have done is use all his stalkers and not focus fire a building and kill all the drones, or he could have gone back and simply saved his base. I mean, it wasn't even that big of a trade-off, because we saw that Damog had almost nothing in his base. Like, he didn't even have the big economic lead or anything. All he could have do was just warp some stalkers, hit and run against the Zerglings because they weren't even controlled very well anyways, and he could have easily held that attack off and win. But now look like DamogZ is going to get his base up, and he is going to be able to pull away. He does have, this isn't near an expansion, but he could do long distance mining. It still works. Any mining is better than no mining. So this Stalker, two Stalkers left, so this looks like it will be over. A Stalker has like 2 times the range of a Roach, but look at how many there are. So one Stalker is going to be pissed, like, come on guys, really? You know, got to take out 5 different Roaches with 1 Stalker. So looks like this game will be over for Burrbit, and we're just going to wait for GG any moment. So now, again, conclusion by Engineering Dre.
Well, it really came down to that USA-Russia space race. And it looks like DamogZ will come away victorious. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Pylons count as buildings, correct? Alright, so it looks like he's just cleaning up the last Stalkers, and then he'll be unopposed and home free. He's got too many buildings for him to beat, and here we see the GG by Burrbit. Good game, guys. Thanks for watching.
And that's right. Thank you for watching.